All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Round 11 podcast, aka the Budget Codcast. Back here with the usual hosts, myself, Tandem or Tanner, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Leaf Man, you know the vibes.
But this week, we are joined by a special guest, the first guest that Round 11 has ever seen. Some may refer to him as the coolest brick in the green wall. A good friend of mine and Colby's, Jaden, aka J-Dog. How are you doing today, J-Dog?
Great. I love what you called it. The budget pod, the best budget. What was it? The budget podcast.
The Budget Podcast.
Oh
budget
yeah.
podcast. I love that.
Yeah, it's a little staple of the intro now. So, having a good day today, J-Dog. Quarantine been treating you well?
Oh, I'm doing great, dude. Look at my hair. It's definitely not treating me well.
Dude.
Oh yeah, mine's. Yeah, we're a little out of control over here too, but it's all good. Ready to talk some Call of Duty. I'm excited for this. Anything from you, Colby, before we start?
Yeah, I'm just excited to get into this one, bro. This is probably the most stacked event we've had all year. So
it is.
Opinions aren't gonna line up, but I'm ready to get into
it. Definitely not. This should be the spiciest episode yet. So first off, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start with our power rankings. And no, they're not that serious. It's not the standings. It's not anything crazy. So if you're going to say that, you can piss off for that comment. We're doing it for fun. It's just for content. And we're going to let J-Dog, the guest, go first. Unless you don't want to go first.
You know, I'm going to go like last. Because I know that mine are not going to line up.
Because I don't want to go first.
All right, for first in my power rankings, number one, obviously. If you don't agree with this, I don't know what to tell you. It's obviously Atlanta FaZe. Look at the roster. That's what I'm going to say. Second, this was hard thinking because it depends what version of this team that I'm seeing. Second, I had Huntsman at full form Huntsman. When they're playing their best, Arcides is running a sub. He's being annoying. He's being that annoying player. Form was comfortable on the map. I have Huntsman in full form at second. Third was actually pretty hard, but...
Yeah, 3, 4... Actually, 2 through 5 was the hardest part of the power rankings for me.
Third, I had to put Dallas. They have an event win. They have a second place. The only thing I could see argument is their struggles against top teams. They lost to the Roker this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, fourth, number 4, I had the Florida Mutineers. And the reason I had Florida was they beaten the Huntsmen. Huntsman has been the Roker's boogeyman all year. All right. The Huntsmen do have some solid wins, some against Dallas, some against Atlanta. But Florida's consistently beat Chicago. They've been to a final. They have the same track record as Dallas, if you want to do it by stat-wise, record-wise, whatever. Not record-wise,
sure.
But tournament-wise. So, I mean, that's what I have it for. 5, of course, the Roker. I think they're a solid team, but, I mean, it's that thing where second twice, are they the Gen G of last year? Can they actually win a tournament? I don't know. We haven't seen it fully. They were close in LA. They didn't do it, and
I would agree with some of the stuff you said, but not everything. But yeah, you can keep going. The second half for me was the easier part.
Well, real quick. Then, I already said Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already said Dallas. All right. So what am I at, 6th?
6.
All right, brother. 6th, for sure. Dude. It really depends. I got to go London Royal Ravens, bro. Right now, they had rated roster change. They look like they've been playing well with Shawnee. Shawnee fits their system well. They're playing better. Now, once again, it depends what Ravens we see. They have a tough weekend. They play FaZe. That's not going to be a fun match for them, but 5, I have Ravens. Could be a little high, could be not. And then number 6. Oh, that was that? No, that was 6.
That was
number
6,
7. Yeah. Number 7. Yo, I got the Optic Gaming LA. I mean, bro, you can't look. Yes, bro, you cannot look at this roster and say these dudes suck. I mean, they showed you.
I'm not saying that because of what you said about Optic, but you skipped Paris.
No. But I think Optic's better than Paris straight up. I mean, you saw a glimpse.
Right now,
you saw a glimpse of what they could do at LA. if they can continue to do that, get fourth place, get higher than fourth place, get a second, get a first, Optic is scary. If Optic can get to final form, like we know Slasher, Kenny, almost said Cap, Dashy can, then we know.
Captain's on the team.
Cap's on the team, but yeah.
We know how lethal they are, bro.
I agree with that, but I can't up them in my power rankings based on what I think they're gonna do. So after this tournament, I think I'm gonna put them higher. But right now, based on what they've showed me, I can't put them higher than Paris. That's just what I'm thinking. Like I think they will be better, but I can't put them higher based on what I'm expecting them to do. So
all right, number 8 or is it 9?
You're on 8.
Thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
OGLA, just like you just said, you can't put them at that right now. That's just like saying off potential. Off potential, if you're saying that, you could put any team like Chicago at first.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that, but
off what's going to happen.
Yeah, but this is why I have Paris at 8, all right?
Okay.
This tournament, they didn't go to LA. They went to Atlanta. They didn't even make it out of pools. They had one win, one solid win, and couldn't make it out of pools. They performed at London. They performed at the opening weekend, of course. But I mean, it's getting later in the year, and
you're talking about
it looks
Dallas
like
event?
Yeah, they didn't.
I wouldn't say they didn't perform.
They performed. They beat the Surge.
They played Chicago and Rocker, so I wouldn't say they didn't perform. I mean, they lost to Chicago and Rocker.
But that was a perfect opportunity, and Atlanta, to submit that you're a top team. I think you at least have to make it out of pools, and I understand off the potential. But I mean, right now, if I'm seeing OGLA versus Paris right now, because I know they already played, if I'm seeing that matchup right now, I'm going OGLA any day of the week, bro.
Okay.
Number 9, is this 9? I keep losing track, bro. Yeah, 9. The brand new Mac Melts, bro. The new subliners. I've heard what the coaches are saying. They've been saying scrims have gone well. I saw the power rank out. They had them at 8. But I think the subliners are solid. I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
But again, coaches it's a case of I'm not going to put them higher based on what I think they're going to do.
I mean, if we're going off performance, if we're going off just performance, I mean, you would have Florida number 1, wouldn't you?
No.
They have a final, a win.
They haven't won more events than Dallas, Huntsman, or FaZe.
So you wouldn't have FaZe first if you just went off performance, though.
Why not?
They only have one event win, and they have a 4th place. Florida has a first and a second.
Florida's been to more events.
Yeah, but
it took them longer to win.
Off performance.
It took Florida 3 more events to win what FaZe won.
All right. Well, at 9, I had Mac Melts. Mac Melts is subliners. All right.
Yeah, he is their X factor, bro. He's gonna have to fry.
Yeah, I think that's a classic case of a new guy coming in, vibes being straight. Perfect opportunity.
On Mac, go ahead, J-Dog.
I was gonna say the only problem with the new subliners is I think if they're in that honeymoon stage, they're gonna do good. But when that wears off and they go to actually critique things, if that actually affects and makes their play go downhill, I'm just hoping that the honeymoon stage is this weekend for them.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have to perform this weekend. It
might be. How long has Mac been playing with them?
About dude, it was close. I heard they were in talks. I heard they were in talks
before the last event they went to. Yeah, he's been playing for like a month or so now. So, I mean, maybe a honeymoon, but at the same time, they're not seeing each other and hanging out and stuff. So they may just be may not do anything for them. But I agree, that's probably their best chance to do well.
I think if Zuma's playing well, Zuma to me is their biggest X factor, more than Melts. Yeah. Zuma is the keystone of that team. You need to see Zuma and Attach play at the level that we know they can or did before if they're going to be. If they're going to try to climb into a top team.
Zuma's not. Tim's not been playing that well this season compared to BO4 season to this season. He's been playing a lot worse. So I think he needs to play a lot better too.
Lamar needs to step out a little bit, but
Lamar needs to not get RKO'd like he did at Minnesota.
At number 10, this is where it gets tricky because these are by far the bottom 3 teams, right? Number 10.
No, I don't agree with that actually.
Number 10, I actually had the Toronto Ultra. And the reason I had Ultra, they don't have a ton of wins. Yeah, they don't have the placements. They don't even think they made it out of pools yet. But this weekend, you saw what they could do. They beat Florida, who won the tournament. They should have honestly beat Empire, but it was I guess I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on the brand new team, blah, blah, blah. If they don't choke that Empire match, you're seeing Ultra making it out in pools, 4th place, and possibly, if you luck up, in the finals. You never know how that's going to go. So I think this weekend they showed me a really good glance at what they can be. Number 11, see, I want to put one over the other, but the other one has the wins of the other team twice. So
I don't think you can put LAG over Seattle.
Yeah, I got to put Seattle, even though Seattle to me is on the decline rather than LAG. I think LAG's coming up. They can win. They costed a few things on the weekend that they should have won. A few maps they should have won. Pretty sure a series they should have won. Was that when Illy World starred them, 2-pieced them in hell?
Yeah, they choked. And they got forfeited the Dom, so that wasn't even their fault. But
that's another case of could have beat a top team. What were we saying, J-Dog?
It's another case of Dallas' lane.
Clay even tweeted about it, saying that they won to play the map, but they never would have let him.
Yeah, we talked about that last episode. That's good.
That map 4 with LAG was super close.
Wait, which hard one was that? Was that the Hackney, or was that? No, Hackney was map 2, wasn't it?
I thought
that would be map 1 versus map 2.
Yeah.
I mean, so I meant map 1 or map 4 was Hackney?
I think it was Hackney.
That was the last one?
Actually, I'll just wait till my power rankings because I have some good thoughts.
I don't know if you saw it, bro.
LAG didn't play that bad in that game, to be honest.
They didn't play bad at all. Illy came in there and ripped the heart out of LAG's chest. Their tournament life. Literally ripped it out.
That white hill is the killer of dreams.
That's the money hill, bro. But number 12.
So quickly. Oh, wait. Didn't you say LAG already?
Yeah, no, but I was getting to it. Now it's LAG. Okay. I think they have the potential. I think it's there. They're not changing rosters like Toronto is doing every weekend whenever they lose, right? They're keeping the same roster. I think you just have to see the young guns perform. You're going to have to see Spart. You're going to have to see Blatz step it. I mean, Blatz played well this weekend. Blatz played pretty well this weekend.
He got main AR. Him and Aqua switched roles, and he played really well, but it hurt Aqua at the same time. So
yeah, I think they just need to figure it out more. I think they can get more wins as the season goes, and it's just gonna be hard to see them play against the mid-tier teams, see if they can win. And that's my
Blast had the highest percentage of hill time for his team out of any person in the league. He had 37 point something % of his team's hill time.
Who Blast?
Yeah.
Well, dude, he is the most. I think he might be the most underrated player in the league.
Don't stretch it.
He's good. I feel like he's the X factor.
He played well this weekend, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
He did play well, but it hurt Aqua.
He gets the hill time. He gets these key kills. Like when there's multiple times when they got hill time when Dallas were trying to like disrupt that scrap time.
Yeah, he is a good player.
And he got the key kill for that extra 20 seconds, and they got the rotation.
Well, I mean, I think it's a case of like we've heard about Blatz since World War II. The young dude that can fry, just hasn't been on a good team
before that,
and he's still not on the. I got a phone call. I got a phone call. My bad. But I feel like this is. I feel like this is his time. He's still not on a top team. Fucking calling me. God damn. But I feel like this is Blatt's fucking opportunity to show that he's a top player. He can really show out on this team, and I think that's what he's got to do.
I think LAG needs to put Saints or Lacefield in for Spart, and they'd be a lot better.
I agree with that, bro. At least a veteran off the bench.
Yeah, because Aqua has the most experience on this team right now. He's experienced, but not like a super vet. I think they could use Saints or Lacefield. Probably Saints if I was going to make the decision, but either one I think would be an improvement.
Well, I think you need somebody that can keep the young dudes composed. Yeah. Lead them on the right track. Saints has won chips. I mean, it's been since IW, but he's won chips. I mean, he's been in finals.
They need somebody who's – I mean, technically Aqua has won, and he has come second place at champs before, but I don't know if he's enough of a veteran to, like, keep 4 young dudes in line. Like, I feel like they're really underexperienced as a team.
I don't know if you saw it, bro, but Lacefield on Twitter, he's trying his hardest to get back in that roster, brother. He's on the bench, and they're playing He's gassing
Remember
up
the Saints?
LAG's like he's like
Yeah,
turn me up on Twitter.
right when he got dropped, he started talking like he was stupid mad. And then like I don't know if it was the social media manager or owner, somebody talked to him from LAG, and
PR.
he said, then he tweeted out, PR or something. And then he tweeted out, win together, lose together, or some shit like that. And then he's been a teammate ever since, bro.
Yeah, he's like gassing him up.
Check that tweet. From then on, he's been gassing his team. But I mean, that's good. I'm glad he's doing that. But somebody should be in the roster for Spark. Anyways, real quick, will we go back through 1 through 12 and just say them in order? Wrap your.
I had FaZe, Huntsman, Dallas, Mutineers, Roker, Ravens, Optic LA. Who did I have at 8? Paris, New York, Toronto, Seattle, and LAG. That was it.
Okay. You gonna say something, J-Dog?
Doesn't ask who's up next.
You want me to go next? You said you wanted to go last, so I'll go.
You do you.
All right. Well, my power rankings are similar. There was a few different ones for the reason that I said earlier that I'll explain them as I go. First, I had FaZe, just like Colby did. They haven't played since the break, but you're innocent until proven guilty. There's no reason. They've been amazing, and they haven't played poor since they've been amazing. There's no reason.
They've lost one series.
There's no reason. I don't have a reason to drop them lower.
No, do you know how people say Florida is Huntsman's boogeyman?
Yeah, Rocker's
I think Minnesota it might be Atlanta's boogeyman.
Yeah. Well, Rocker was FaZe's boogeyman before Florida was Huntsman's boogeyman. But at the same time, I'm not going to put Rocker first because of that, because they beat him once.
Well, I also think Crowder, all the dudes on the team, I mean, he said it after LA on the Crowder cast, the ESPN cast, Coach cast, that shot at me, by the way, answer my question, but that I feel like they're working on that. I think next time you see that matchup, I think I could see Roker get smoked 3-0, 3-1.
Yeah, but at the same time, Rocker is a very disciplined and prepared team. They could capitalize on that and win again. So I'm not going to – they're a very good team, to be honest. And I think if any team prepares for FaZe, it's that team. But anyways, like I said, innocent until proven guilty. They played good. Haven't seen them play bad, so they're still first for me. Second is Huntsman, still just because even though I was disappointed in them last 2 events, actually, because in my opinion, they should be making finals every event. That roster is just too good.
They've only lost to one team.
They've lost 2 series. They're like 11-2 in series, and this has been one team. So I'm still giving them the benefit of the doubt as of right now. And still my second best team, in my opinion. Now, here's where I was a little different. Part of this is because of recent play, and part of it's because I'm mad at Dallas. I'm disappointed in Dallas, so Dallas can piss off. I put the Rocker third. Now, here's one. They have the highest average placing of any team in the CDL. And they've been the most consistent team over the season. The only reason I don't have them higher or lower is they're not lower because of that, but they're not higher because they haven't won yet. And that was part of the reason I was iffy in putting them third instead of fourth or fifth, because they haven't won yet, but I still think they're one of the most consistent teams, and they've played better against FaZe and Huntsman than Dallas have, in my opinion. And in the most recent matchup, Rocker won. So put Rocker above them. You have something to say?
I mean, it's starting to get to the point, like, 2 finals, I understand. Could have gone to the finals in Atlanta, but can they win? It's like the Gen G of last year. Can they win? I mean, we said the same thing about Gen G last year.
Realistically, if last event was on LAN and that same finals happened, Rocker would have won. Rocker would have beat Florida on LAN. I believe that. That's my personal opinion. I'm not blaming it on that because online's all we have. So fair and square to Florida. But I just think that Rocker would have won the game on LAN.
All right, you can go.
But moving on. I have fourth. Now, fourth, Dallas is there at fourth for me, only because of how good I know they can be, and their win was on LAN, which I value more. But at the same time, don't fuck Dallas, because I will drop you lower. I will do it. I'm fed up with you, and I'm disappointed. So don't keep playing around, because I will drop you to 12th. I don't care. But right now, your win is backpacking you. I still know how good you can be, but you better start one, stop
Show up
messing
against
around
big
and
teams.
show up, and two, capitalize against better teams or higher teams, because right now you haven't done it. You've lost to FaZe every time, lost to Chicago every time, and only beat Rocker one time out of 2 games. So my 3 teams ahead of you, you've lost to every time except for 1 series, and that's not good. But their win still has them at 4th for me. 5th, I have the Florida Mutineers. They are not the most consistent team, but their last weekend showing was very good. They have the best dom in the game as of right now. They did win a chip technically, or a win technically, and they played really well last weekend, so I have them 5th. And again, a difference from mine to Colby's is 6th, I have the Paris Legion. I'm not a super fan of Paris. I don't think they're an amazing team, but they have just statistically, up to right now, have played better. They've won more series. They have 60 points, 60 CDL points, and they just won more series. So technically, up to this point, they're more consistent. And the only time they have played Optic, if you want to argue that Optic's ahead of them, like Colby said, they did beat them. It was a long time ago. It was at Minnesota, but technically the only stat we have between that matchup, they have won. So 7th, I have the London Royal Ravens, even though to me, they're not. That is one of the most wishy-washy teams in the league. I want to believe in them because I think they have some of the most talented players in the league on that team. I think Scraps and Weston are 2 of the best players in the league. They are amazing. And Dylan can be. He hasn't been in this game. But I have so much faith in this team that I have to put them 7th. If they keep not showing up, again, like Dallas, I'll have to keep dropping them. But as of right now, they have double the points Optic does, so I had to put them above them. 8th, I have Optic, and I expect this team to go higher. I think next time I do power rankings on this show, they will be higher because I have a lot of faith in this team. I have a lot of faith in this roster, and I told Colby before the season this was my scariest roster on paper in the whole league, and they just haven't shown it. They just haven't shown up. They have a teamwork issue. I'm expecting to put them higher, but I can't put them higher based on what I think they're going to do in the future. So right now, for me, they're 8. 9th is my last episodes, or 2 episodes ago, Team of the Week, Toronto Ultra, because I still have faith in this team, and I think this roster is only getting better, but they're not amazing yet. So I don't have them in the bottom 3. I think they're on the up and up. They are getting better, and I expect this team to start winning more maps and series. 10th, my last 3 teams. I'm very disappointed in you. Extremely, extremely disappointed in all 3 of you. You're all horrible right now and need to step up. So that's all I got to say. If you're below 9th, you're not doing well. For 10, I have Seattle. Even though if you told me Seattle was 12 on your power rankings, I would not argue. I could see you putting them last because I'm done caring for them. I'm done fighting for them. If you put them last, I couldn't argue with you. I have them 10th just because I know at any point in time these players can be good, but right now they're not. We've harped on it enough. I'm not going to go into it anymore. They have the worst S&D in the league. By S&D, I'm putting them 12th. The respawn's okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that. They're 10th. Now 11 and 12 may get some hate for this, but technically, 11 I'm going to put LAG only because I actually think this team has a chance to steal series off teams. Their showing last weekend, even though they lost 2 series, was not awful. I realistically think they could have beat Dallas. I'll go on record saying that. They probably could have won that series. And their S&D is not bad. Their S&D statistic is pretty good. I think they have their respawn to S&D ratio is one of the better ones in the league. Now, part of that is because of their respawn is really bad. But I think this team has potential. And I think with either a few more roster moves or a few more, little more work on the respawn, they could be better. 12th, last, I have New York, only because just what I said for FaZe, innocent until proven guilty, but they're backwards. They proved ass, and I'm not going to say they're good until they prove me they're good. They have the least map wins in the league. They have less than LAG. Now, they have been to less events, so that's part of the problem, but They have the least map wins in the league at 8 map wins. Now, up until April 21st, at the time of recording this, they have 8 map wins the whole season. That is not good. And I think they're going to be better. Like I said, just for optic, I think they're going to be increased in my next power ranking. But as of right now, if I was ranking them, I have to put them last because they haven't shown me anything. But hopefully Mac is going to show up and show out for the boys. So I'm going to recap mine real quick, and J-Dog can go through his. Mine was first FaZe, second Huntsman, third Rocker, fourth Dallas, 5 Mutineers, 6 Paris Legion, 7 the London Royal Ravens, 8 Optic, 9 Toronto Ultra, 10 Seattle Surge, 11 Los Angeles Guerrillas, and 12 the NYSL. Did a lot of talking there. Go for it, J-Dog. Give us all your spicy takes.
Well, can I just say, the first 6, me and you have the exact same.
Hey, man, great minds think alike.
Dude. So first
I
I have
probably messed it
Atlanta.
up with the New York pick.
First I have Atlanta, mostly because, can I just say, last event, a lot of the top teams look shaky.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
the reasons I have Atlanta, number 1. Number 2, I have Chicago. Mostly, Chicago's that team that they have so many all-star players that any of them can pop off at any time. And when series like Envoy, he's the reason that they full sailed Docker last event.
Yeah, he was their X factor.
Yeah, and people think that he's underrated. Can you believe that? Makes you sad.
It's pretty good, man.
I have Minnesota. I think Minnesota. Is their X factor God or X?
Yeah,
probably. I mean, if he played bad, they're not doing well, so I would say so.
I feel like it's a combination of. You talk about they're the most teamwork team. I think it's all of them. I think they all.
Yeah,
that's true.
If one does bad, they're not going to do as well. I think they just all need. If they all perform and work together, then they're a solid team.
If they work into the rocker system.
Goddard X has had amazing performances. I think Alex has stepped up multiple times and been the reason that
it's been really good.
They have pulled off wins. Then number 4, I have Dallas. They seem too shaky. Last event, they seem way too shaky for me to put them in top 3. But number 7 is when you guys are gonna start hating me. Number 5, I have Florida. I hate to see them winning without Pastini, but I do see the talent there.
Wait, can we touch on that though?
Yeah.
Why do you hate to see them winning without Pristini? They're better.
I love Pristini too much.
He's good, but I mean, you gonna make the team put Pristini back in when they're better without him?
I'm still
GM.
I just wish
Pristini
was on a starting roster. That's just
okay. I can see that. He's a nice guy, but if you're
still
the GM,
a believer.
You're not gonna be like, yo, let's put this
like right now, like I wouldn't if I was that roster.
I wouldn't change it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still a believer that he could go into that roster and they could get better, but that's just me.
I think they'd be good because he's a good player, but I don't think they'd get better.
I think that they could, though.
In my opinion, you would have to replace Havoc or Frosty. And they both played well.
I thought with Fairman, I thought he was going to be replacing Frosty.
Frosty played hella good. Obviously, they saw something in him.
Yeah, well, I've been saying it, but like from past performances, Frosty has not put up those numbers that you expect.
At the beginning of the year, he didn't play well, but obviously they saw him improving because they kept him in the roster and he played really well.
Yeah. Okay. Can I just keep going on?
Yeah.
Number 6, I have Paris. They just play every team so tight. You can't. I feel like if they have a closing factor, they can take off series off of all the top teams.
Paris is one of those teams that plays to the team's level. So if they play a top team, they play well. If they play a bad team, they play bad, and they just make every game close.
Well, to J-Dog's point, I feel like that factor that you're talking about is Kismet. Like, if Kismet's not performing, Paris isn't performing. They're not going to win series. Kismet has to stay on toe with the top slayers. He can slay out, and when he does, they are scary, and they are one of those top teams.
Sorry, my foot.
Shocks needs to play better. Shocks needs to play better for Paris.
Okay. But now, number 7 is when New are going to hate me at. And that's because it's online. And last event, I think that they could have went a lot further.
Don't say it. Oh, last event? Okay, never mind. That's not what I thought you were
LA
saying.
Dwellers.
Oh, my God.
I see so much. I see them. And I think that, like, this upcoming event, I think that they could go the distance. Like, I think Blast and Vivid are the X factors.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to pull up their schedule. I mean, I
They
don't
play
think
Surge
they're that
first.
bad. It's just
Yeah, they play Surge first, and I don't see them losing that. I think that's gonna be like a 3-1.
they've lost to him the last 2 times, J-Dog. This will be the third
Yeah.
time they played this season, and they haven't won yet.
That's the
Yeah, I know,
only
but
thing.
I
They
feel like
got to
they-
get over that mental block.
Yeah, but this event is gonna be that event. I just have a feeling.
What respawn are they going to take off the Surge?
I can see it being the first hard point. But if I'm actually,
They're not going to take the Dom. So they are going to have to 1 push it to a game 5, and 2 they're going to have to take one of the hard points.
They can't let
hard point.
they can't let Octane drop 40 on their domes.
No, see, that's the only reason I think Seattle could be any further up on the power rankings than I have them is because Octane carries them to wins.
LAG is going to have to get a Hackney hardpoint in the rotation, and they're going to have to all their subs play lights out.
Okay.
Aqua, Decimate, and Vivid are going to have to fry. Yeah, go ahead.
Number 8. Just because I've only heard amazing things about them from scrims, I have New York.
Don't do it. Back to back, J-Dog. Oh my god.
And also, I do think Zuma is the X factor. Like, I've seen him literally win gun runner for his team alone.
You just put both of those teams over London and Optic, dog.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yo, you're tripping.
I think
bro.
right now, I just don't. I don't see London and OGLA. And I don't. When I see that team, I think, yeah, I don't see them being that far up the scale. I think they're average at this point. I think London, if Luskins plays, if Luskins and Scraps both plays at their max, I think they're up there. But like, just like every game performance, I don't see them any further up than I have them.
What about New York's every game performance? The fuck? They've won 8 maps.
Well, New York has never seen a saucer, and Zuma Attacks always been keep on saying that because Mac Melt actually matches their presence on the map. They have that another fast-paced sub.
You're assuming Temp and Lamar don't get World Star.
Dude, I thought Temp was gonna be dropped. Dude.
Probably should. What?
I thought Temp was gonna be dropped for a second.
Yeah, he probably should. But I mean, okay, they are 8 for 27 in maps. Yep. So take it how you want it, but
I see them making a loser bracket on this event. Okay. Then number 9, I have London.
Okay.
Which
hold on.
I'm pretty sure I just said why. Number 10, I have Toronto. Which we saw them play. Who did they play last event?
Huh?
Florida and Dallas, and then they played a decider match against Florida again. What's correct?
Yeah.
They played Florida. They
lost
beat
to Dallas,
Florida.
lost to Florida.
I think Methods is a big X factor on this team. Every time he goes off, he ends up.
No, he's not an X factor. Good player, not the X factor.
Every time I see Methods dropping.
Cammy and Classic are the X factors. How they perform is how they win. Fancy medals go off pretty much every game. Methods is like a 1 point, good for 1.1 just about every respawn. Classic and Cammy decide how they perform.
I just say Classic's been performing in the S&Ds though.
He's pretty good, man. He's my most underrated player. When you said Blast earlier, Classic is mine, but
yeah. Okay, then number 11, I have OGLA. I just can't see them being up there. It's just there's just a gut feeling in my chest that just says they're not going that far.
I think they're going to do pretty good this next event. I'm not gonna lie.
I think they have the potential, like you said.
Yeah,
but they don't have what.
Haven't seen it yet.
And I think it could be internal issues too. Definitely internal between Slasher.
But
and
I guess they fixed it. They put Dashy back in, and I think.
Can we all agree that was the stupidest idea that they've ever had?
But I think
change Dashy for Chino.
It might have been a 200 IQ play, bro. They benched him, and because he wouldn't, listen. He has a ego issue, right? Or he doesn't want to listen to Slasher. They bench him, and he's like, "Dude, this sucks. Like I should have just listened to Slasher and got my ego down. His ego down, puts him back in, plays better."
I think it was more of a Slasher, so used to being like that all-star.
I don't know about the all-star. He probably used to be in the leader.
I think it was just egos clashing.
Yeah, but I don't think it was because Slasher wanted to be the all-star. I think if you put Dashy on your roster, you know you're not going to be the all-star.
Yeah. But at the same point, I don't think it was Slasher's idea to put Dash on the roster. I don't think Optic let him off the contract.
I'm going to be real. I think Slasher and Kenny signed this contract to Optic, and they got who they. It might have been Kenny that wanted Dashy, but I'm pretty sure Slasher was okay with it.
No,
I don't think OGLA. I don't think they that in their contract they wouldn't let him off. Apparently,
okay, probably
he
not.
actually wanted to be in Chicago.
Probably not, but I guarantee you, if they signed Slasher and Kenny and they said get him off my team, they would have let him off contract.
Well, it's
Or
like
let
they
him get
said.
bought
The
out.
pros said they moved in duos in the off season. I bet you it was Dashy Teej were already on Optic.
But
They said, "Who
assumed
do you
Scott was
want?"
staying.
Slasher and Kenny was there, and they just plugged in JCap. I guarantee you that's what happened.
Yeah.
That was the story, right? They assumed Scump was staying, and they stayed
Who?
with Optic. Didn't Dashy and TJ think Scump was staying? They thought he was bringing formal to Optic, and he was
could
staying.
not have thought that Scump was staying.
That's what I heard. I heard that was the reason they stayed, and then Scump left, and they wanted to get out.
For months, everybody knows that Hector and Scump are like best friends. They're like
Okay, but they didn't know where Hector was going either.
No, at this point when
They
they
didn't know
got
like
bought
what
out,
franchise he was going to.
no, there's multiple like rumors saying that Hector was leaving. At that point, you have to realize that like Hector's not leaving the Call of Duty, and Hector's gonna find his way onto a different team.
He easily could have. Hector could have done whatever the hell he wanted to.
Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
I know. That's what I mean.
Hector wasn't gonna leave COD.
Yeah, that's why
I
I
mean,
was
I
like,
wouldn't
they
think so.
have
but
to know that like when Hector's leaving, Scump
People-
is gonna end up following.
People also said the Nate Shot wasn't going to leave COD, and he left COD. Nate Shot's a big name with a lot of pull. Same thing. Hector
I
could
watched
have done whatever he felt like doing.
I watched the Hex podcast. I think it was a few days ago, and he said he just wants to be in COD. Like if he had to choose one thing in his life to do, it would be
Which
COD.
that's where he started, so it makes sense. But I was just saying he could have done what. There was no way Dashy and TJ could have known what he was going to do.
Yeah,
What I was
I feel
saying.
like it
months
could have
ago.
just been communication error.
Yeah, probably was.
So
And they
number
just got-
12 on my power rankings, I have Seattle. The only reason that they would be any higher is because Octane. And I know that people are going to say, like, Apathy just had a kid. Like, I know that you just had a kid, but the number that you are putting up, shoot straight.
Well, I mean, this was his first bad event. I mean, he was playing statistically second best on his team before this event. But I mean, if we continue, it's like we said, we just have to see and wait. This event is huge. If they get 2-0 Bob, I think it's roster change time, bro. I think something's got to happen. Whether it's
Okay, but
Enable, Pristini, I don't know. Something's
if
got to
they
happen.
get O2 bobbed, they can't. Seattle, I'm directing this to you. If you get O2 bobbed, don't make a move for this season. If you don't win a map, your season is chalked. So if you make a roster move, make it in mind for next season and the next down the line. You need to decide what you're going to do with Enable, keep him or sell him or whatever, and sign a superstar who's going to be on your team for seasons. Do not make a move for this season, because if you don't win a map, a series this tournament, you're done for. You are chalked all the way up. So I would make a roster move or a change or whatever with seasons down the line in mind. Personally,
Can I just say,
Mhm.
you know who would be nasty if they had Octane on their team?
wait, if Octane would go to their team or somebody,
Yeah, if Octane went to New York City,
dude,
I think
New
that
York is not as good as you think they are, J Dog. I'm gonna just be so real with you.
take that right now. I don't know. I
Maybe
think it's,
in
like, trading out like accuracy.
Well, yeah, but I feel like Octane to anybody is going to be like, an upgrade.
Nobody's downgrading by adding Octane to their main AR. He's literally better than every other one. At least as good.
Besides Weston's.
Do you think maybe Octane knows that this season is almost chalked? Okay, and
I
he's
don't
right now.
think-
like,
It's got to
to
be close in time,
I
bro.
think
He
I
probably
think
doesn't
like
care.
he knows that it's chalked, and he's trying to get the stock up so next year, like next season,
I said
they can
that
get
to
that
Colby.
trade.
I don't know if I don't think he's trying to get a trade, but I think he's just trying to make himself like almost look good, and then he's going to build around him. He's not going anywhere, but he's trying to look good so people come around him that he wants.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I said last one. I mean, Seattle gave Octane the keys, and they said, get who you want. And that's probably what they're going to do after this season. Like, he's your best player.
Okay,
You
so I'm
got
going to
to.
ask you this, J-Dog. Yeah, go ahead, and I'm going to ask you something.
Where the hell has Karma 3 Rings been?
Dude,
No, he's not been good.
not on the map, bro. Not on the map.
Really
Dude, he's
bad.
playing like crazy. I think he's just jumping off the map. I never see him in the kill feed.
He He used to complain about the Cronus all the time, but damn, give him a Cronus back, brother. He has been getting mollywopped. Not good.
And it's like I said,
Maybe
bro.
this
Like
is real.
after this event, if they don't perform, who do you drop? Do you go to Slack? Do you go to
Slack's
Karma?
not getting dropped.
App's been your second best player.
That's
And
sad.
I'm gonna be real. If it was me, it looks bad because dude, it's the GOAT. It's 3 rings, but he's been so bad. I would replace Karma, but that's easy for me to say for the outside. I don't have any connection to him, so.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm gonna ask J Dog this, and if
Okay.
after J Dog's done, if you want to touch on it, Colby, you can give me an answer. But let's say at the end of this season, like champs time, or maybe even going into next season, what do you see Seattle's roster looking like? Name Seattle's 5-man roster, either by champs or roster mania.
Dude, that's a good question. Oh,
It is a good question.
I think without a doubt, one is going to be Octane.
Okay.
Number 2, I think this would be for branding, mostly, and hopefully he turns up eventually, is Damon.
Okay.
But he has to do something. Oh my god.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this is
assuming he gets.
I don't think they ever show his screen anymore. Who else do I see? I think Pander has.
Oh god, if Pander's still on the roster, they're tripping.
I mean, Pander's doing better than Karma.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think they have so much opportunity. There's so many players in the challengers bracket that could do more than Pander. Not that he's playing bad, but I think they could get someone.
I think I could see Enable back on the roster because of him,
Okay.
him being hungry.
I could, but not with the 2 players you just named, excluding Octane. I can't see him and the other 2 players, but
Then maybe Slacks. That's a tough one. I think Slack can get traded.
I could understand where you're coming from, but that roster's not getting anything done more than this one.
Yeah. Then I think the fifth
In
one
my
has to be.
opinion.
I feel like the fifth one's gonna be Apathy. I don't feel like he's just looking for like a stable team for long term.
I personally think that by champs time, well, probably not champs time, we'll say going into next season, Octane and Slack aren't going anywhere because Octane loves Slack. Slack is technically the captain, and I think he's been signed for quite a chunk of change. And I think we can all agree Octane's not going anywhere. So in my opinion, Octane and Slack are staying. I really think they're going to keep either App or Karma, not both. Probably Karma. Probably trade
Karma
App.
would be smart for branding.
I think they're going to pick up John and then pick a superstar flex up and let either Karma run third, depending on the meta. Yeah, but he's apparently back in Optic. Either Karma's going to run the third sub or run flex alongside the superstar flex. Now, who that is, I don't know. But I think that, and honestly, if it was me, I'd be chalking Proto's contract. And if Enable's not getting, like, if somebody's not paying me a lot for Enable, I'd keep Enable on the bench. Unless somebody offers you a good amount of change to
Do you know
trade
who?
him.
Do you know who's gotten a lot better, and I'm waiting for him to be on the roster?
Wait, and in challengers?
No, like in the pro league. One
Brack?
player that has gotten a lot better. No,
Oh,
he was
Track.
Why'd you give me that face, dude? Oh, damn. Who?
Censor. He's gotten so much better. I mean, watch his stream.
He has gotten better. Better, but where would he go? Because New York obviously doesn't want him to play. They obviously don't. They looked for substitutes over letting him play.
I think he's the one player that I feel like he's gonna have one chance at an event to play on like starting roster,
Yeah.
and at that event he has to show up. And if he doesn't show up, I think his chances of actually being on a roster.
I'm going to say this, and we probably need to move on. It's been a minute. But what Sensor needs to do is he needs to find a way to void his contract, and he needs to go start for an expansion team. Because some expansion team will give him the keys just for his branding, I think.
Yeah.
In history. But, all right, that's enough for our power rankings.
Yeah.
We spent quite a long time. But we're going to the rest of the show is just going to be the next events matches, what we think, so we can spend as long as we want. First, I want to touch on the 4 groups matches, and then we'll go into our entire brackets, and we'll close it out. So does somebody want to start, or you guys want to just jump into the matches and talk collectively, or it doesn't matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We can talk together if you want.
Okay.
We can go
We'll just start
one.
with-
We can get
we'll just
that
start
go
with
a
Group A.
match, all three, and then go
Yeah.
another match. All
Okay, we'll do that for the groups, and then we'll go separately for brackets. Okay, we'll start with Group A, London, Atlanta. I think we all have the same
I wonder who that is.
pick. Do anybody have any sentiments they want to share or anything?
I could see a world where London might steal a search, maybe a Dom, but that's about it. Dude.
Maybe a Dom.
Me and Taylor just said the
Atlanta's
same
search
thing.
hasn't been. I mean, it was good at the beginning of the season, but I mean, like Crowder said, their pick at least not that great right now. There's a few maps that they could catch them slipping. It just depends on Vito. But I mean, for the most part, I see
Yes,
Atlanta taking them pretty.
I agree.
I
pretty
think
collectively.
if London want to take any maps, off, like any respawns off of Atlanta, they have to control the pace.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
That's
I
the
think
only
it's-
chance that they would ever have. Because you have a BZ and Simp and
I
Seven.
think
Three absolute
London could take a
crackheads.
Dom. I think London could take a Dom, but Dylan and Jared are going to have to be better than they have been all season, and for that to even be a possibility, I think it's probably going to be a 3-0.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next match in Group A was, well, it's the last match, but the next Group A match is actually Chicago, New York.
Chicago.
Yeah, I can't see New York taking that game.
I got Chicago, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not gonna say if New York won. I wouldn't be surprised if New York got a map or two.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can go with that. I see them winning
I
that.
can see-
I think it's a 3-1.
I can say New York taking a S&D.
Yeah,
Especially
Well,
after that work season.
It
maybe a
depends-
Dom.
It depends on
just
how much
depends.
work New York's put on S&D. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
apparently teams
They've been
aren't
practicing search. I mean, you saw
They have?
what Zuma tweeted out of they've been
Oh,
scrimming
yeah, Zuma dropped a
Singularity.
20 bomb on somebody on Singularity and Surge.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like our city said in the triple cap. So have they. I mean, they went into custom games with two. They said the first time this season though, went to custom games with
Okay.
Tupac.
You have an S&D analyst and you wait till the fourth event to go do that. Come on.
Yeah,
I
real
mean-
quick though. Yeah, do you guys remember in Minnesota, a player from Singularity said that they could beat 90% of the teams in the league?
They could beat some of them. 90% is quite high.
Yeah, 90% is like, what is that? Like the top
10.
10?
That's like 10 teams. 90% would mean they could beat like 10 out of 12 teams.
Yeah, I don't see them
I
beating
can't agree.
7 of the teams.
No, they could maybe beat top 4, or bottom 4, not
I was
top.
going to say. Well, according to my bottom 4, Singularity could beat. I think Singularity could
They could beat
very
Seattle.
well beat bottom 4.
They can beat Seattle.
Yeah,
Their
they could beat
Surge,
LAG,
They
New
would
York.
shit on Seattle.
I think they could beat New York and LAG, in my opinion. Probably Toronto on a bad day. But Singularity is very good, so.
Yeah. I think next year.
Yeah, I think we all have Chicago, but it could be a little closer than we think. First Group B match is Seattle, LAG. J-Dog thinks LAG is going to win,
I
apparently.
have LAG win that.
I don't. I think Seattle's going to win that.
No, see, I had the last event. I said that they had the potential to win it, but guess what happened?
I said the same
Nothing.
thing. Nothing happened.
I've lost all my positivity towards them.
That's true. I don't have them playing very well at this event, and because of that. Oh, wait, dude. Holy shit. I did put LAG 1 on my bracket. I faded. Whatever. Fucking LAG's winning. Okay. Apparently, according to my bracket, I have LAG winning. Maybe I did lose that much faith in them.
Plus, it's online. So,
That's
you know what they
true.
say about Blast? It's online,
Dude,
man.
I said 2 episodes ago, I guess the first episode, that Seattle, when Colby said to watch out for them, I said they were going to struggle because they are split up across the country. And I said it's going to hurt them. I don't know if they're going to lose because of it, but it would hurt them. And it did. Bad. So I guess we have all LAG winning
Wait.
since I realized.
Now, who'd
I
you
got
say was gonna
Seattle,
struggle?
bro.
What'd you say?
This
J-Dog?
Who's gonna struggle?
I said Seattle was going to struggle because of their regional. They're all split up across the country.
I know it's off topic, but do you guys see apparently there was some hard lag.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
saw
do you
some of
guys
them.
see,
It was Friday. Was the
apathy?
day. I saw
Apathy?
Karma lag into a wall. He was running into a wall. And Aqua killed himself with a nade because of it. But
I got Seattle due to the fact that, I mean, this is the only team that they've beaten. So, I mean, mentally, I want to say Seattle, but it's just so many question marks. Like,
I want to say Seattle too. Actually, even though I wrote down LAG, I honestly don't know and don't care. Both of the teams suck, and they need the win. Either way.
Yeah.
So, and in my bracket, it doesn't make a difference because regardless of which way you put either one, I have the bracket working out the same way. So, the last pool match is the second match of Group B, Dallas versus OGLA.
Who do I have win that? Hang on. Dallas versus OGLA. I have Dallas, but I think OGLA could take it if they have that potential.
To win?
That's, like you guys keep on saying, like OGLA have the potential.
But
Like,
you don't think they're going to win it?
Could, but I don't
Yeah.
see them winning. I could see it being like a game 4, game 5.
If they won, though, I really wouldn't be that surprised because Dallas has not been that good. Dallas lost. I wouldn't be that surprised.
Yo, you ready for this, bro? Hold on.
Yeah.
I got OGLA winning that, bro. I'm going to be straight up. Game 5.
I would not be surprised. I'm not going to lie.
See,
Game 5, though, I don't think I could win Game 5 because Dallas has been – they've been shaky, but Search hasn't been that bad all season.
Dallas has been shaky. Dallas has been shaky, and last time we saw Optic, I mean, they showed that they can win. They showed what they can do. We haven't seen them since, but I think Optic can actually win. I think it's going to be close, but yeah, I'm going to go Optic, bro.
Okay, I would say Optic Game 4 if I was going to say Optic was going to win. I don't think they take a Game 5.
Yeah, that's actually – they have Illy and Shotzi.
But, okay, do you guys want to go into your brackets? We can do the same order if you want. Colby, if you want to keep going with your bracket.
Yeah, we can. Just show me who advances. That would be...
All right. We'll go. We'll start with Group A. So that your second match winners would be ATL versus Chicago.
I'm going no bias at anything. I'm saying FaZe, and the reason Huntsman switched back to the original roles, which I don't know why they did that. They switched back to their
And boy was more comfortable with RC's running the
sub. Well, yeah. Also said that he didn't want Formal doing the dirty work, which I can understand. Which he probably wasn't doing it at all.
Yeah, that's why, because he thought people are gonna somebody was gonna take up that role and being annoying.
He was switching back. They switched back to their original roles, but I mean, the last 2 times we've seen Chicago, they've been too shaky to me to say that they can beat FaZe. And yeah, FaZe lost the Roker, whatever, Game 5. If they beat the Roker there in that Atlanta's winning that Homestead soundly to me. But yeah, I think FaZe is going to take it. Now, I could see Chicago getting a map, maybe 2 maps, but it's going to be close. I could see a close hard point, close dom, close search, but I got to go FaZe.
Okay. So then your first losers match is going to be London, New York for Group A.
Yo,
that was the hardest game for me in the whole bracket.
Yeah, I mean, last time we saw them play, granted Trey was in. New York went up 2-0 and London reverse swept them. Which
is exactly what I thought about making mine.
They're both on a roster. They're both on a roster move, but roster change. But I'm gonna go London, bro. But the reason I'm going London is now that is if, of course, this is saying all of New York shows up and plays. You're gonna have to see Dylan play to how we know how talented Dylan is, which I know he can't do the same thing he did in BO4. He has better players around him, but if we can see a fraction of that, a fraction of what Dylan did last year, I mean, this roster it's scary. Scraps needs to play what we know Scraps can play, and Weskin needs to keep doing what he can doing. Jerd has your dirty work, and then you have Shawnee, who also is doing your dirty work. He's there. I
think Zuma and Mac are going to test Dylan and Jerd. And if Dylan and Jerd don't show up, that's going to be whichever duo shows up more is going to win the series.
Dude, I don't get how people don't know New York City's plays yet. Like, dude, all Zuma does is flank.
He does flank a lot.
You have an easy
a lot.
But I just say I do love Zuma though. He's probably one of my favorite personalities in the league.
I like Zuma too. He was one of my favorite players for a long time. So, okay, Colby. So your second elimination match from the drop down would be Chicago dropping down playing against London.
I got Chicago.
Yeah, nothing more to say.
If
3-0.
London, wait, versus London if they advance. Oh, saying that. Okay, yeah,
3-0?
Yeah.
3-1? Okay.
for
So
sure.
you have Atlanta, Chicago moving on from Pool A, which I also do, just a little different fashion. Okay, we'll go to Group B, Seattle, LAG. You said Seattle?
Seattle,
earlier?
yeah, I had Seattle, bro. They've beaten
Okay.
them twice. Octane, if he's doing what he does all season. App, if he doesn't have a shitter event, they're gonna take care of LAG.
Okay, so then earlier you said OGLA is beating Dallas, so that has
Yeah.
Seattle, OGLA in your first round winners matchup.
Yeah, OGLA smokes him, bro.
So you have
Maybe not
OGLA getting
smokes,
out
but
to
3-1. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so, bro.
Okay. So your first drop down match is LAG Dallas.
What? I got Dallas.
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, of what happened last time, if that
Yeah.
three-piece doesn't happen, Lord knows what happens. But
And forfeit.
yeah, I got to go Dallas, bro.
Okay. So your second drop down is going to be Seattle Dallas.
Dude, once again, bro, I got to go Dallas. I mean, you look at the search. Dallas is an elite search team. You look at the respawns; they're a great respawn team. I don't see many maps that they could really test the Empire on. Maybe a cave if Octane is destroying, but
Does another 10-piece?
yeah, another 40 bomb on the
43 and
domes.
16. All right, so your
But I mean,
top
that's the only
four
way.
is going to end up being Atlanta versus Dallas and Chicago versus OGLA.
All right. Well, Atlanta, Dallas, of course. I have Atlanta. Reason for that, they played twice. 6-0 map count for Atlanta. Now, do I think they're going to 3-0 this time? I don't know. This is going to be a top 4 match. It's not going to be a pulse match. It's not going to be a opening weekend match. I could see a Dom getting taken, maybe a search taken. Not both at the same time, but I have Atlanta winning that.
Okay. And OG Chicago?
I got Chicago. Granted, I do think the hard points will be close if TJ Halley decides to show up and wants to play, and JCap decides he wants to play this weekend and actually move his thumbs.
And be a little better. Not that he's been bad.
Dude, all three of them.
Better.
Those three are the keys to their winning.
A little disappointing. Notice what?
Every game, TJ Halley, when you watch him, the second that he starts going off, the second he actually starts playing well, their team ends up smoking.
Oh, yeah, they're nasty, bro. At LA, they 3-0'd the Minnesota Rockers in the finals, and TJ had the number one
domination
number 3
against
KD
Rocker was one of the
overall.
most dominant maps all season.
I'm thinking about Petrodome, like World War II, him on Rise Nation.
Because he's an amazing player, but that piece is so important. He can't not try like he does sometimes.
And last Black 4, I think what series was it? I think it was at Champs.
In World War II?
He played Enigma 6.
No, he's talking about BO4.
BO4 or World War II?
No, you talking about E United?
No, BO4.
They played E United and got knocked out by.
No, they played Enigma 6 at. He went on to a major 10 spree.
Yeah. That was to
everybody.
Oh, that was the last match they won. I think.
Yeah.
I could be mistaken. Anyways, we gotta move on.
Yeah.
Tell us who you have winning the event, Colby.
No, I think
Atlanta.
I already had FaZe beating Chicago earlier, but I feel like if it's finals time, Chicago, they're putting in the reps, like they said. They're trying to get the vibes right. They're playing as a team. But I mean, just a few days ago, RCD's literally said, we don't know how to play as a team. Atlanta, not only can they play as a team, but they will outslay you. They will keep you on your toes. They're the fastest paced team in the league. I think that's fair to say. And I think it's going to be closer than the pool play match, but I got Atlanta.
Okay. I'm gonna run through mine really quick so J-Dog will have time. We won't run over too long. Okay, so going back to Group A, I had Atlanta beating London and Chicago beating New York, so that sets for Atlanta-Chicago first round. I have Atlanta winning. I just think they're the better team. I think it'll probably be 3-1-ish, 3-2. I think it'll be a close series, but probably a 3-1, but Atlanta's going to take My first losers match is going to be London NYSL. And I actually have been a very big critic of New York, but I put New York to win this game because I think Mac and Zoom are going to have a good event. And I haven't seen much from Dylan and Jerd.
That's fair. That's either way, bro. That's probably going to be the closest match.
That's the biggest coin flip of the tournament.
Who is it? New York versus who?
New York versus London in my picks.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I picked New York just because I think Zuma and Mac are going to play well. And that leaves me with. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say I got a question for y'all after this, bro.
Okay, well. All right. Chicago, New York. I still don't believe that much in New York. I still think they're not that good. They're just going to be a little better. Chicago's going to win that pretty easily, I think. If I see the New York, I'm expecting I see Chicago winning it pretty easily. So Group B, I had LAG beating Seattle and Dallas beating OGLA, even though I think OGLA is going to have a very good event. I think so. My first drop-down match is going to be Seattle OG. I have OG taking it. I don't have any more faith in Seattle, and I do have faith in OG.
Nobody does.
Dallas, LAG, and winners. Yeah, everybody gave up on you guys. Sorry. And Joey Nubsy and everybody tweeting on Twitter, why is our team in your mouth all the time? Because you're losing. You have some of the most storied players ever, and you suck. That's why. You're losing. Quit losing, and we'll quit talking about you.
Joey Nubsy, Teddy Reck. It's more on the players, but y'all need to do your jobs too, bro.
Yeah.
I won't get into it.
You want to know why we're talking about you? Because you guys have Damon Thewings Barlow. Okay.
An app won twice.
Okay. He has carried his team to win. Like, they beat United at Dallas. Put up, 11 kills in IW for the win in the second series of Game 5.
IW, brother. That's a stroke out. That's a minute, brother.
Okay. He has carried his team to multiple championships. And guess what he's doing now? He's playing with his monitor off.
Yeah.
And you have Octane frying, there's no excuse for them, bro. And your search is trash. Y'all are trash.
I seriously do love Damon.
I love all those players. I would like that team. They're not good. Between Octane, Select, App, and Karma, I calculated it the other day. There's 5 rings and 58 championships or something stupid.
That might be the most winningest team in the league. If you're going off old chips,
I think
maybe Crim, Clay.
Crim and Clay have more chips, I think, but they don't have more rings. They have the most rings in the league with 5. Anyways, you guys are the most storied team, and you're losing. And you're going at the casters for talking about you. It's a big topic. You're losing, and you have that team.
Get off Nameless's ass, bro.
Nameless and Ben and Chance, they're talking about you for a reason, bro. So, anyways, I don't have any faith in them anymore. I have LAG losing to Dallas, so OG LA playing LAG. I don't think that's going to be very close. I think OG is going to come out, like I said, have a good event, and they're going to take that. So my top 4 is Atlanta playing OG and Chicago playing Dallas. And I have Atlanta beating OG, even though I think it's going to be a decent series, probably a 3-1. I just can't see OG taking that game. And Dallas, Chicago is a coin flip for me because I don't know how I feel about those teams online. Dallas, I would have said a week ago I did say on the podcast a week ago that I thought Dallas was better than Chicago online. But Dallas has not been good online since we've come back. They haven't been good. They've been shaky.
Okay, Dallas should be. They have that fiber internet.
Should be better.
They should be better online.
I agree, but based on what we saw, they're not much better. But I have them winning just because I expect them to be better online. And Chicago has been struggling. They're changing rules still. I don't know what's good with them, but that match is a coin flip for me. It's whatever. I have Atlanta, Dallas. I have Atlanta winning. It could be another 3-0. I think Atlanta is in Dallas's head. I don't think it will be, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Probably a 3-1, but I can't. Dallas will probably take map 2, but Atlanta is in Dallas's head, and I think Atlanta's got to win the event regardless. So go ahead, J-Dog.
Okay, so can you name off the matches exactly? Because I think I put them in the wrong order.
Okay, well, what, the first matches? The pools?
Yeah, the pool of matches. First one is London, Atlanta, right?
London, Atlanta, yeah.
I have Atlanta beating London. I don't think that's much of a surprise.
Okay. And the next Group A match was Chicago, New York.
That's Chicago. I think that's going to be 3-1 at most for New York. 3-0, possibly.
Okay, so Atlanta, Chicago. Between
Atlanta versus Chicago. Okay, what do I put? Hang on. Is this that Saturday?
Probably.
Yeah, it is Saturday. I put Chicago game. I put Chicago in 5. No, I put Chicago in 4, but I could see it going to Atlanta.
Wait, you put them 4, but you could see Atlanta winning?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean,
But I think
I could see either team
Search and
winning, but
Destroys.
what about Search and Destroys? You think Atlanta's going to win both searches?
Yeah, that's why I said, like, if Atlanta win a single hardpoint.
Have you seen Atlanta play hardpoint?
They're god tier. The best
They're
hardpoint
pretty good
team
at
in the
it.
league.
They happen to be pretty good at it.
Is what I'm also looking at.
I mean, I'm not going to say Atlanta's amazing at Dom, but Chicago's not either. They lost every Dom except one to Florida yesterday.
Florida's the boogeyman. Okay.
Okay, well, that's your opinion. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And so your next drop-down match is going to be, which is London, New York.
London, New York.
It's the first one. Yeah, first losers match.
I have New York City actually win that. I think because of the reverse sweep in London, I think
they're going to capitalize.
And attach are going to be hungry. I think they're just. I think they're going to come out with like a 3-1.
That's fair. Okay, so your second losers match is going to be Atlanta, New York.
Atlanta, New York. Atlanta. I'm sorry. I want to say New York, but I don't see Atlanta.
So we all had Atlanta, Chicago coming out. I think most people would. They should.
Anybody
with
come out. Any knowledge will.
They should come out. So Group B, you said LAG and Dallas were going to win. So your first round matchup is LAG Dallas.
LAG Dallas. I see. What the hell is that? Wait, is it OGLA?
No, LAG.
Oh, LAG Dallas.
Yeah. Okay, to beat Dallas in the first round matchup,
dude. Do you not see how close that last series was between them? And with that,
I did, but they haven't shown me much, so I can't take them yet until they show me something.
With how shaky Dallas looked,
I can agree. Like they haven't shown me enough for me to say they're gonna.
I think. Well, why I said this, I feel like Dallas is gonna have another like shaky moment, and LAG is going to capitalize on that shakiness.
I just don't see a world where Clay and Krun don't get all the young guns together and fix what they mistaked on.
And Rambo, he already said he was working on it the day after. Eventually.
Yeah, maybe I am wrong. Maybe they have fixed that, but I just haven't seen it yet.
I think you're tripping a little bit, but it's all good. Your first losers matchup is Seattle OGLA.
I put Seattle. I think it's just headspace.
Okay. I mean, whatever, man. Dallas, Seattle playing in the next losers round?
Wait, Dallas and Seattle?
Yeah, playing the second round of losers.
Win that.
Okay. So you have LAG winning 2-0 and getting out, and then Dallas winning 2-1 getting out?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, that's crazy, brother. Okay, so
it's just gut feeling I'm going off of.
So your first round matchup is going to be Atlanta, LAG, Chicago, Dallas.
Atlanta, LAG? I see Atlanta taking that.
I was going to say, you tweaking it for you. Don't tweak any harder. Chicago, Dallas?
Chicago, Dallas? I think it's going to be Chicago. I think Chicago had the headspace against Dallas. They haven't beat them once.
The mental block.
Yeah, I think Crimsix is going to have like the headspace of like he left them, and now he hasn't been able to beat them, and he's going to try extra hard. I think he's going to try overextending himself.
Okay, I mean I can see that.
That's going to be the reason why they lose.
So Atlanta, Chicago finals.
Yeah, and this broke my heart. I see Atlanta in 5.
Yeah, okay. I think if Atlanta and Chicago meet in the finals, I think it's going to be a closer match than what they played earlier, for sure.
I think it's going to be like, I think it's going to be Game 5. I think it's going to be like a late Game 5, though.
Dude, it could be that could be series of the year, bro.
Dude, it really could be.
But the finals, how close the finals is depends on who wins the first time. For me, I think
that's why I said Atlanta taking it.
I think Atlanta wins finals regardless of who wins the first time. But I think it's closer Like it'll be a better series if Atlanta loses the first time. Like in J-Dog's bracket, I think in finals will be closer than if our bracket happened. I think it's not going to be as close. Could be wrong though.
Yeah.
So that's it for me. Anybody got anything else from any of the teams? Or we can say our player and team to watch out for after Colby's question. You still got your question, Colby? What was your spicy question?
Dude, it wasn't really spicy, but yeah, let's say Chicago another fourth place. What do you think they do, bro, as a team?
Trade out Gunless for Dashy.
You think so? I'm serious. You think a roster change?
I don't see a roster change coming from them. I don't personally.
But I do think that could work if they wanted it to.
I think it would be a better team, in my opinion. But
you think it'd be a better team?
I don't see it happening. Not right now.
I don't see it happening right now. I don't see it happening right now, but I do think that if that did happen, I think it could definitely work.
I can't see a fourth place justifying that big of a move from a second place team.
Well, if fourth place again, placements. Look at Seattle. They need to make a lot more changes.
Yeah.
I'll say this afterward. The losing bottom four teams, besides LAG, if you lose this and New York because they made a roster change, basically I'm talking to Seattle. If you lose this, 2-0 Bob, you need a 2-player change. Panger, Karma, we'll see you later. Pack your bags and get packing, bro.
Yeah, unless App has another event. If App has another S event and Karma shows up, I could see App leaving. I'm giving App benefit of the doubt on the last event.
But I do see why people are saying like give Apathy some like room to breathe because he just had a kid.
He did, but he can't have another bad event. He cannot have another event like last event because it was poor, very, very, very bad. It was not good. But I can't see Huntsman making a roster change. Not right now. I can't see it.
No.
So we all had the same people winning.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, I could see Chicago somehow taking it. I think Chicago out there max could take it. Chicago with everybody going off could take it.
It just depends.
Maybe.
Because I feel like everyone at FaZe is going to show up. Like I don't see a world where somebody doesn't.
Competition's so close, anybody can win at this point. It's 12 teams in the world.
Do you remember like last year before franchising?
There was no question 4 teams maybe would win.
There's 4 teams that had like chances to win. And you knew everybody. This year,
that wasn't one of them, so don't even cap.
FaZe was the most underrated team last year. Go ahead.
I can go for that, but they weren't a threat to win.
No, but like this year though, like there's multiple teams that I could see taking over others still. Like Rocker, I could see fading some teams, but I could also see Rocker losing to multiple teams.
True.
Yeah, bro. It's so wishy-washy. There's just so many question marks that we don't even know
let's
until
move on to our team or player to watch. You can pick a team or a player, whatever you feel like, and then we'll close out. So does somebody want to start? Or actually, I'll start if you guys want. I'm going to pick a player. Okay. So if anybody wants to go first. My player to watch is Mac Meltz. I think this guy is going to make or break New York for the season. I think if he doesn't work out, they are going to have to do like Seattle and chalk up their season. And if he does work out, they depending on how they place, they might have a chance at making top 6 or whatever it is they need to make for playoffs. I think Mac's going to be very important, and I think he's going to play well this event. So watch out for Mac. I think he's going to be my player for this Chicago homestand.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Anybody have a team or a player to watch? You guys starting?
Yes, I have both. All right.
Okay. This
player, he's proven. All right. It's not like nobody expects him to not show up. And this team. But Dashy, all right. There's eternal issues. You were put in the sub spot. I think this is your shot to show, forget all the bullshit. You just need to go, play your game, play how we know Dashy can play, be the all-star that you are, and Optic will do well. If Optic is my team to watch out for, because I have them, I believe in you this one event, all right? Just like I did Seattle, I'm believing in you this one event. If you can show me what to do, not show me what to do, but if you can perform what I said, Dashy, you play to what we know you can, Optic can be scary and make it out of pools, and I believe that.
I agree.
Okay. I have mine they go with each other. I was going to say New York City because the New York changed, but you said that. So I'm going to go with LAG and Vivid in particular. I feel like he's a make or break player right now.
I agree.
He plays like a crackhead half the time, and you see him in tins every single night improving.
Okay.
I don't think Kobe approves of that.
No,
I can.
I feel like it's a combination of LAG. Like, I think Vivid and Blatz. Like, I feel like if they're not performing, but with online, like you said, I think Blatz will play better, but I feel like Vivid is their sort of X factor, if that makes any sense. Aqua's doing what he does.
I would say Vivid is their X factor, and I can agree with that. The reason I was hesitant is their make or break. Their break player is Spark. He destroys their stats every time. They played Huntsman yesterday and lost 250 to 230 something in Hardpoint, and Spark had the least time, and he was like negative 15, negative 16. He was getting destroyed. Like, he does that every map. He plays poorly in every respawn. His stats are awful, and he's breaking that for me.
Well, LAG to me, I feel like Vivid needs to be that all-star player.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can agree with that.
That needs to be able to rotate. Okay, not just like rotating though.
Spark needs to rotate. That guy's getting destroyed. Spark needs to hit a long route for some young brothers.
Vivid needs to be annoying though. Like on the rotation, like say they play with Mazda and they go to fourth hill, he needs to go literally not even if he doesn't get a kill, tag one up, run away. Make them have to check their corner extra tight. Yeah. That way when they do break, it's easier and on edge. I feel like he's the player that they have to watch out for. He's gonna be the X factor.
I think Vivid and Blast need to set up Aqua and Decimate for the best spots. Aqua and Decimate are the most talented players in the team for me, and I think slang-wise they need to be set up well, and that team can succeed.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But I think that's all we have for today. Anybody got any closing statements?
Yeah, bro, this tournament's going to be insane. It's going to be make or break for some teams. We're going to see who the top teams are. This is the most excited I've been to watch a tournament, even though it's online in a long time. So I'm excited.
I hate this quarantine, man.
Yeah,
I was gonna be in Dallas, not in Dallas, but in Chicago.
Oh, you're going to the event?
Oh, that's
I was going.
Yeah, you got the gunless tickets.
Oh, yeah, you got the gunless giveaway ticket.
Giveaway. Wow.
Wait, J-Dog, did you get anything in return for the gunless giveaway?
What do you mean?
Like, since the event got canceled, did you get a refund on the tickets or anything, or just like nothing happened?
No, he just sent me the money for it. Because that way.
Wait.
I didn't.
Money for the tickets?
He just sent me the money for the tickets. That way, I didn't have to. That way, I didn't have to send my personal information over.
Oh, that was the giveaway. Was just the money for the ticket?
Well, it was technically the tickets, but he was like, but in the DM, he was like, no, everything but the I think it was like, I forget what it was called. It was like on the side tickets.
Okay.
It wasn't the worst, but it was like the second to best.
Okay.
Oh, so the ones behind the stage?
No.
Is side wing like?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But I will say though, dude,
So
I was actually, when I saw the tweet that the VIP sold out, I was literally on my way. Like I was clicking on the website to go buy my VIP ticket.
I remember your tweet. That sucks,
bro.
It was so unfortunate.
Bro, I woke up, refreshed Twitter, and I saw Gunless tweet you, and I think you were asleep or something because you didn't respond, bro. And I was like, yo, this fool's about to be so happy.
Dude, I was asleep. I was out. I woke up, dude, and I saw like a tweet with like 30 likes on it. And I was like, what the hell? And I see Gunless in my DMs. So I'm like, what?
Yo, you're the luckiest dude I think I've ever met, J-Dog.
Dude, thank you.
All right, well, I'm going to wrap it up then, guys. First off, I want to thank J-Dog for coming on. Really appreciate it, J-Dog.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for coming on and providing us some entertainment. No problem. And that's it, man. We'll see you guys next week for see you guys next week for the Chicago recap or the week after, depending on when we can do it. But it should be next week. And that's it for us this week, guys. Round 11 out.